Just keep your eyes closed. And I hope you have seen very clearly for yourself the question of Arjuna as well as his answer. That even though the person is not willing, being an unwilling participant, almost forced to succumb to his thoughts, kena prayukta purushaha papam charati, pushed by whom, goaded by what, average person does things that he or she should not do. Clearly shows the helplessness that the average person passes through. Having understood, come across this knowledge, I am the Absolute, the happiness itself. Sometimes still he or she feels tormented by memories of many kinds, habits forcing him to different activities. How does it happen? Arjuna wishes to know. Look at yourself. Is it your question also? If this is your question, where you do things without your choice, you speak things which you do not intend, compulsive speech as well as action, find out what is the source. Why does somebody do it even though unwilling? Anichanna vivarsneya. Hey Krishna, anichannapi, even though the person is not a willing partner, is forced to participate. Why? That is the helpless cry of an ignorant person. Why does he do that? If this is your question, the answer is Kamesha Krodahesha Rajoguna Samudbhavaha Mahasano Mahapapma Vidhyena Mihavairiram. Krishna does not dismiss the question, but accepts this is a great glutton, Vairi, an enemy within us though, which comes in the shape of Kama, Krodha, a desire and anger. Rajoguna Samudbhava, full of activity, projections within. And this desire begins with a perception, the first thought, then unconscious built up. Average ignorant person helplessly succumbs to this built-up. ask yourself the question, do you succumb to a built-up? When you do things that you need not do, you do things that you know you should not do, hurting somebody, being angry, jealous, offensive, dismissive, superior, inferior, or you speak things which you need not speak, or speech compulsive. You know you should not have spite, but a very nasty tongue, jealous, gossipy, what they call lashing out, unconscious anger, hatred, jealousy. They say as the spitting venom. You know you should not, but it happens. Completely coming under the spell of a built-up. You shall know whether you are consciously acting or speaking, or unconscious. The taste is, if you feel relieved after you speak it out, do it out of anger, hatred. That's a huge compulsion. There is an immediate relief, but the consequences built up. You get into new and further mess. If your anger, your speech, your action is conscious, you don't feel uncomfortable while going through the emotion, nor do you feel comfortable after expressing your emotion. You are always at rest with yourself. If something bothers you inside, a thought, an emotion, you cannot resolve it inside. You are forced to act on it. That is the time you lose sight of yourself, unconsciously getting pushed by your thought. And therefore, action and speeches are helpless expressions. And such actions shall be, or such thoughts shall be of three kinds. One which you can easily deal with, like the smoke covering the fire. Certain things need little more attention. Like the mirror getting covered by the dust, a little rubbing is needed. Certain habits takes a long time, almost like its own time, like a child, a fetus, covered in the womb. Look at yourself. How is your thought life? Is it complicated or simple? If your thought life is complicated, you are not very conscious and aware. Your speeches, your action shall be unconscious, and therefore you get into mess very easily. You drag a lot of people along with it. As Kathopanishad says, Andhe neva niyamanaya thanda, blind leading the blind. So see for yourself who you are and how do I deal with this kama, desire, anger and all other emotions. See the subtlest of subtle. Indriyebhya para manaha, manasastu para buddhi. Yo buddhe paratastu saha. Subtler than your sense organs is your thought. Manaha, manasastu para buddhi. Subtler than all your thoughts is I thought, which unconsciously drags every thought to itself. Yo buddhe paratastu saha. That which is subtler than the I. Aham pratyaya gochara, the meaning of the word I. See that, be that. Paratastu saha, that is the Supreme. Sanstabhyam atmanam atmana, jahi shatrum mahavaho, kamarupam durasadam. Abiding in that absolute that you are. May there be no enemy for you as kama, krodha. Don't say give it up or conquer or renounce. No, once you are with yourself, you have no enemy left out. You have no obstacles because you don't exist. You be yourself. No more a desire, anger, anger. A thought, any crisis or problem. Every thought, every action, every speech is a marvelous song. The flute of Krishna, through which passes the song of infinity. The world listens to it enchanted. The trees, the animals, the rivers, the mountains, men and women. Everybody listens it enchanted. You see for yourself. Are you in that stage of continuous enchantment? Always at rest with yourself. That is the Jnana Yoga, absolute knowledge. Fulfillment of Karma Yoga, your attitude in life, accepting everything as it is, being yourself. At all times, all places, all conditions. Just see that for yourself. And learn to handle every thought, every emotion, every speech, every action. And see that throughout the day. Your whole living must be based on it. Every action, every speech, touched by the Absolute, who you are, so that your whole living is meditation, a continuous celebration, where there are no taboos, no crisis, no conflict. You are as free as the space, which nothing can confine, as free as the breeze, which cannot be held. Always at rest with yourself. Just see that. Stunnanti divyaistavaihi vedai sangapadakramopanishadaihi gayandiyam samaga dhyanavastitadgatena manasa shantiyam yoginaha yasyantam navidusura suragana evaya tasmai namaha. So now with that verse, the third chapter is over. We'll see that a little more. Now chant the fourth one, please. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Imam Vivasvate Yogam Proktavanaham Abhyayam Vivasvan Manave Prahe Manurikshva Kave Bravit Evam Parampara Praptam Imam Rajarshayo Viduhu sakale neva mahata yogo nashta parantapa. Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Imam Vivasvate Yogam Proktavanaham Abhyayam Vivasvan Manave Praha Manurikshva Kave Bravid Evam Parampara Praptam Imam Rajarshayo Viduhu Sakale Neha Mahata Yogo Nashta Parantapa. Mahata. See, as you have been studying, when the chapter is over, let not your mind wipe it out. Oh, now we are in fourth chapter. Excitement of a new thing. No. It's the flow of the same truth, the awareness. It's not that the new chapter, a new truth begins. Please be very conscious. Usually people think, now one chapter of my life has ended, another life chapter begins. No, you are the same crook. Understand? You are the same crook. Just because you have changed your clothes, just because you are singing some Sanskrit music, it doesn't matter. You same idiot following through, same rogue passing. As even the same ignorant person is passing in the scriptures, the same wisdom also flowing. Is not that a new chapter, new wisdom, new book, new wisdom? No. The same thing is flowing. So certain ideas which have been already shared, they are irreplaceable. So don't look for new idea if you have not digested the old idea. Meaning thereby, if you have seen yourself as you are, thereafter it doesn't matter what thought comes, what verses come, what ideas come, but you see the truth for yourself. In second chapter and third chapter, in fact, Bhagavad Gita is complete. Second chapter itself is complete. The third is still more interesting. Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga. The pure knowledge, direct, straightforward approach of being yourself. No compromise whatsoever. But then, sometimes you have to compromise. Why? If the baby is not prepared, the student is not ready, throws too many tantrums. I understand I am the happiness, then how come I don't own it? You should tell me, why should I tell you? Because when what type of question the students ask? If I am the happiness, how come I don't see it? You should tell why you don't see it. Why should I tell you? But the person wants everything to be explained. That is because your mind, your own habitual thoughts prevent you from being yourself. It's like silence everywhere. What prevents you from being with silence? If you continuously speak, where is the silence? Where is the silence? I am not finding silence. I understand silence is everywhere, but how to be with one with the silence? What nonsense. Are you getting that point, please? Just don't go on talking. These are known as the theoretical perceptions. Simply talking. If silence is everywhere, how come I never experience it? Shut up. But if you say shut up, oh, they are not allowing free thinking. I see. So free thinking, the free thinking means being an idiot, right? Whatever you feel like doing, you just do it. Just by repeating, nothing happens. Yesterday somebody has sent me a nice email. One Sardar was converted to Christianity. It's a story. The Sardar was living in, it's a story, Sardar was living in a village, in a city, and predominantly Christian people are there. He's in a foreign country. And then every Friday evening, Sardar engages himself in making this barbecue. Beautiful Indian spices, Afghan spices, and lovely barbecue. And Friday evening is supposed to be the Lent, or supposed to be the holy day for a Christian person. The whole neighborhood is disturbed because they are that day fasting. And this fellow is feasting. Okay, you feast in your own house, no problem. But putting the barbecue table outside, everybody is disturbed. Such lovely smell, people love it and everybody likes it. They are disturbed. They said, my God, it's so difficult to keep to ourselves, so difficult. But they can't say because he has the right to do what he wants to do in his house. So they went and told the priest, the padre, the one who is looking after the parish, and he said, this is happening, we don't know what to do. You go and gently talk to him. Then padre went and talked, and he said, see, this is happening, you are the cooking, everybody is disturbed. The best thing will be, so the people among themselves, they talk, the best thing will be to convert him to Christianity. Then the problem will be solved. Like everybody else follows, he also followed the same tradition, so no problem. So he went there and convinced him, look, you are the only one doing this, everybody is disturbed, so you better get converted to Christianity. Yeah, it was okay. So he told him, then the father brought some water, and whatever they do, something, and then you are born Sikh, you are living in India, you are a Sardar, now on you are a Catholic. He put some water on him. So now the whole neighborhood is happy, appa, one amongst all. So everybody says, no problem. Sunday morning it was done in the church. Friday evening, again. The barbecue and beautiful smell going everywhere. The whole neighborhood is not only surprised, outraged, because they thought the problem is solved once for all. But at the same time, they are educated people, sensitive people. They don't want to come and challenge him. They again phoned up the padri. What is going on? Why again he has started doing things, we are already feeling disturbed. And the padri goes there. When he goes there, he sees the Sardar holding some holy water in the hand and talking to himself. That chicken and lamb pieces are there on the barbecue pit, no? So he's talking to them. You were born a chicken, a lamb. You were a bird, you are an animal. You were born chicken and you were born a lamb. Now on, you are fish. Because Christians are allowed to eat fish in the Friday evening. So, now on, you are fish. The father, what's going on? Hey, if I can be thrown in the water and I become a Christian, so why not this? Chicken become fish. Look, this is known as the initiation. The initiation, $5 meditation, $10 meditation, touching the eyebrows, doing this, touching here, touching there, throwing water, hitting the head, whatever nonsense. This is what it is. Now on, you are like that. Things do not change. That is why study. Not many people are capable of thinking. That is why the whole world takes them for a ride. Because every person wants a shortcut. In Hindi, very nicely says, Duniya mein bekoof hai to akalmand bhuka nahi marta. If there are some people, there are smart people in the world, if there are idiots in the world, the smarts will never starve. Because the people want shortcut. I don't want to change my habit, but I should be cured. Just touch me, give me vibhuti, drink, make me drink some water, then my disease is gone. But I should be drinking every day. But there should have no alcoholism. I should be eating all nonsense, but I should not be fat. It doesn't work. You spend money for your alcohol, you spend money also for the miracle. Both way you lose. But things do not change because you do not change. The change must come from within you. You must see yourself who you are. That is why when the ideas that are shared in the second chapter, third chapter, knowing about yourself, who you are, then you contemplate over it. Ajo nitya saswatayam purana. I am the unborn, the absolute. And you see the meaning of the word I. By chance it is difficult to own it up, don't worry. Consciously express your thought into action. Your reaction to the result of the action creates further sorrow. Therefore, accept the result of action as it is. Expecting you may act, but accepting the result as it is, you counteract the likes and dislikes within. So the same action which previously apparently bound you, now the same action done with the right attitude frees you from the hold of likes and dislike. And thereafter, you see yourself as you are. With that, it is complete. Why the third chapter, fourth chapter now begins? Understand. Krishna, when he starts the fourth chapter, as though he is putting himself into trouble, because subject is over. Why start a new thing? And then creating a problem for Arjuna. Just whatever is over, is over. Please appreciate. A teacher is one who sees the complete picture. You can satisfy the curiosity of a student immediately. That is one question, one answer. But a satisfaction for 1 minute or 1 second or for one question does not mean all questions are answered. The teacher knows all the possibilities. It is like the child may be given certain food, but the doctor knows there are certain other food supplements the baby has to take, certain other syrups or vitamins the child must take for him to grow up. Immediately the hunger is satisfied by the food, but certain other things like a polio injection must be taken so that it doesn't get affected by polio. The TB injection must be given. So many preventives must be given for the child to grow up healthy. Same thing also. You may have one question, one answer. Very simple. Say, how does the desire come? You can explain it out. The person will feel relieved. But after some time, anger comes, hatred comes, jealousy comes. And why all these things come? Because you are there. So ultimately know about yourself. Yes, that also is resolved. Listen carefully. That also is resolved. Thereafter you cannot stop questioning about the creation and the Creator. That is why as you go on unfolding, listen please, as you go on unfolding, the vista opens up. Until you have the infinity at your disposal. That is where comes the beauty of this teaching. There is no reason why Krishna should start after fourth chapter, after second and third, but knows. Now Arjuna, if you understand these things about himself, is absolutely clear. What about the creation, the totality, the macro picture, the macrocosmic dimension? That is where comes he revealing himself as the God. So that Arjuna sees what the totality is. So it's this chapter onwards, it will be a macrocosmic leap. In order to take that leap, you must begin with yourself, who you are. How many people are ready for it? Think, friends. People come straight away, expose themselves to the teaching. The teachers do not know, not knowing what about it. They simply go on talking about God, 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 but it means nothing. When this small, little identity of himself is not known, how are you going to understand what the God is all about? That is why either it becomes a matter of faith, or it becomes a matter of fear, or it becomes a matter of simple belief, but at no time it is a reality for average individual. So here begins the chapter, so beautiful. You'll see the vastness of it, where he deliberately puts himself into trouble. Because, not that puts in trouble means what, it's a revelation. If you want to give somebody a complete picture, you do that. It's just like a child who is learning mathematics. When you start with the ABC, you start with the 1, 2, 3, 4, the number, then go to the small ones. First standard mathematics, second standard mathematics, fourth standard mathematics, as the child is growing. Then school mathematics, then college mathematics, then PhD, doctoral mathematics, postdoctoral mathematics, higher mathematics, so complicated. Physics for the babies, physics for the physicist. How complicated it is, goes on like that. Same thing also in this knowledge of yourself. Very, very simple awareness of yourself. Today what is happening is, we shall see as it is. You will see the vastness of it, so beautiful. Unfortunately, today, most people are not aware of these things. It's not only today's phenomenon. Krishna himself says, let us go through it so that we can see it elaborately. Bhagavan now says, hey Arjuna, what I reveal to you, this Jnana-nishtha and Karma-nishtha, Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, this knowledge, absolute knowledge, as well as Karma Yoga, the preparation of the mind. Both I explained to you very clearly. What I explained to you, Imam Yogam, Jnana-nishtha Yogam, what did I do? Imam Yogam, Aham Proktavan. I have told this yoga, I have shared this knowledge, Vivaswate, Vivaswan, Aditya, the sun. Very ancient time. As the creation begins, as though, to say that in the beginning of the creation, there is no beginning, I had given this to Vivaswan, the Aditya, the sun god. Vivaswan manave praha, Vaivaswata Manu, Vaivaswata, Vivaswan told to Vaivaswata Manu, Manu his son. Manu Ikshvakabe Bravit, Manu told to Ikshvaku, another king. Evam parampara praptam, this is how parampara. See that word has come. This is Guru Shishya Parampara. The tradition of the teaching, flowing down from the teacher to student, ageless, ancient tradition of mankind. When all other things have gone on changing, what really doesn't change is the subject matter about one's own self. There are different types of relative knowledge existing now, they may or may not have existed before. Maybe computer didn't exist, maybe cars did not exist, maybe aeroplanes did not exist. Certain other things may be there, may not be there. The amount of knowledge you have got in physics, chemistry, mathematics, zoology, geology, botany, dance, music, food, so much. As time has passed, man has explored into the mysteries of the universe and created so many possibilities we have created so many possibilities for our sake. But one thing that has never changed is yourself, who you are. But unfortunately, that very fundamental vision with which the universe as though begins, the individual begins, is lost sight of. Kaleneva mahata kalena yogam nashta parantapa. Hey Arjuna, mahata kalena, in a long, vast flow of time, yoga nashtam adrushyam gatam. This yoga, what I revealed in the beginning of the creation, as though is lost sight of. Many things like that are lost sight of. It begins with a flourish, but by the time second generation, third generation comes up, it is completely gone. With the person, the people who are there, they are not that yogya, not that capable. If God is the student, teacher, Krishna is the teacher, think of it. He told to Vivaswan, Aditya, the sun god. Sun told to Manu. Manu told to Ikshvaku, great kings, great achievers. Evam parampara praptam imam rajarshayo viduhu. Rajarshi, rajanascha rishinascha. Rishaya, rajana rishaya. That this is known by this is how it was being known by the kings and the sages. Kingly sages, sagely kings, both way. Sagely kings, Rajarshi, has all power at his disposal, yet absolutely normal, very sagely, knowing the truth about himself, so the knowledge does not bring pride, wealth doesn't bring headweight, living is a blessing. A sagely king, kingly sage, that also you can say that. The person has everything at his disposal, like Vishwamitra, Rajarshi, Vasishtha, has everything at his disposal, very sagely, total thing. But he had a cow at his disposal, Kamadhenu. It's a beautiful story, Kamadhenu. The cow who was giving whatever he wants. So enjoying the power that even the emperors did not enjoy. The story is very interesting. Vasishtha was in his small ashram, and this cow, Kamadhenu, great blessing. That is why in Indian tradition, cows are so much worshipped. I saw in Gujarat, there was somebody was telling me, he's a very rich man, very, very rich man. His only job is, every year he creates 20 acres, 30 acres of land, produces, purchases 30, 40 acres land, start cultivating everything and puts hundreds of cows. What type of cows? Cows which are gone beyond their prime. Usually they will be sold off for meat. In India it is not acceptable. So they start keeping them, old cows, until they die. So many people are doing it, like that. So he is a Kamadhenu. Anyway, so Kamadhenu he had with him. Once Vishwamitra comes, when he was a king, to his ashram. And when such a big army is coming, Vasishtha being very kind, he said, king has come. Treat him well, offer him some food. Then where to get all the food? Now Kamadhenu is there. Kamadhenu means Dhenu, the cow which gives whatever you desire, Kama, whatever you wish. So the entire army of Vishwamitra, along with Vishwamitra, everybody was treated to most sumptuous dinner. And Vishwamitra was surprised. Hey, this man, this is supposed to be a mendicant, a sage, renunciate, living in a small hutment. He doesn't deserve to keep this cow. It should be in a palace. Because we need. He doesn't need it all. Then he goes and asks Vasishtha, give me the cow. He said, yes, you can take it. No problem. I have not kept her here. She has decided to be here. If she wants to go, she will go with you. Take him. Take her. And when she goes to take that cow, with force, the same cow which can produce so much of food for sustaining so many people, also produced enough army to destroy Vishwamitra's army. Then Vishwamitra humbled. Said, hey, it is better to be like Vasishtha. So he started meditating. The whole story is fantastic. So Rajarshi, when you say, sagely kings, what a blessing it is for the mankind. Kingly sages, how beautiful it is. But today we have got thieves. Not sagely kings or kingly sages, all thieves. Every leader around the world, what type of thing it is. Ishvara. Anyway, think. So Rajarsa, Imam Rajarsa, this is how the great minds were coming, passing on this knowledge from Guru Shishya Parampara. That is why they call it Shruti. Sravanat Shruti. By listening, Karna Parampara. Karna Parampara means is passing on from mouth to ear, mouth to ear. The teacher speaks, student listens. Teacher speaks, student listens. Students also are getting by heart. That is why this tradition is alive for millions of years. The moment you started printing the books, you cut the human intelligence to small little size, because there is no more responsibility to remember. It's like calculator. And the people who are used to calculator, they cannot calculate 2 2s are also 2 2. They can't do it in their mind. So difficult. Even now, suppose Indian and Chinese are doing it, that is why they are doing it so good in mathematics. If you go to American countries, in the universities nowadays, they say, they will say that Orientals have taken over. Because nobody uses this thing. I mean, they use, but from childhood the training is remember, remember. It's a human thing, should not be Oriental, Occidental and all that stuff, Western, Eastern nonsense. Today the time has come for the global, really global. Whatever is best, let us take it. As you are purchasing the best German cars, the best Italian marble, the best Indian cotton, take the best knowledge wherever it is available. As simple as that. It's a globalized thing. So the people must be sagely king. So that is what the tradition was flowing down. But Mahata Kalena, in the passage of long time, yoga nashta. What I taught in the beginning is diluted, lust, adrushtam gata, as though not visible anymore. As though the cell is lying, core seems to be lost. How practical, how true. It naturally happens. You do something right now. You are driving a car. You are driving a bus, okay? Think. You are driving a bus and you picked up from ashram gate, you picked up 20 passengers. And when you reached the temple, you dropped 10 and picked up 5. Then you went towards Pondicherry. You reached Pondicherry, you dropped 7, picked up 9. And then from Pondicherry, you went to Chidambaram. There you dropped 7 and picked up 10. And then you went to Madurai. And then Madurai, some 15 people dropped out, another 8 came in. Okay? What is the name of the driver? What is the name of the driver? You see? I said, you are the driver. How did the question begin? How did the whole presentation begin? You are the driver. But the moment we say, the bus is beginning, so many people coming, so many people going down, now your mind is calculating. So 10, 5, 7, 3, 4, so you are getting ready for the answer, how many passengers left behind in the bus? Or how many lastly got down? You forget completely, you are the driver. I asked this question in Gujarat. Of course it was like, anywhere you ask, nobody will remember the first line. You are the driver. It goes on and on. Same thing life. The journey has started, but we are lost in the journey and the person is forgotten. In the life's journey, we are totally lost. Husband, wife, father, mother, husband, lover, beloved, rich, poor, educated, uneducated, this food, this thing, that thing. Hey, what about you? Ha! Adrushtam gata, nashtam gata. Naturally it happens in life. It's just like in a relationship. You start, as I told you, first day when you meet somebody, definitely your plan is not the 3 days we shall stay together, 3 years shall stay together, after 5 years I'll hit him and she will hit me, then we shall part, then we'll do that, then destroy each other. No, there is no such planning. The first day when you meet, hello, so nice, friendliest smile. After 5 years, deadliest. It's no more friendliest, it's a deadliest. I'll kill you, I curse the day I put my eye on you. I curse the day you looked at me. Oh, true, what happened? That day you thought you were so lucky, no? Lucky? Yes. Now what happened? Shattered. Anywhere. How many of you, just to give, as I told you from the beginning, some classes, no? How many people remember the first day in ashram? Why you came here? Why did you come first day to ashram? Or to meet a Swami or sadhu or a teacher or teaching? Why? First day. Curious. What is this knowledge? After a few months, what is there? Why that tree is not there? The peacocks are hanging around too much, Useless. That is the brahmachari. They are only eating and sleeping. This ashram. Swamiji sometimes stays, sometimes go. That man is doing like this. This woman is crazy. Who wanted your commentary? Just think. It's not one person, everybody. You come for a particular reason, but that reason is totally lost sight of. Why you came? What you see in micro level, same thing happens in macro level. The society forgets. When individuals forget, society also forgets. Because after all, society is what? Made up of individuals. When one generation forgets, next generation is going to remember. This is known as the generational influence. When mankind goes crazy, if everybody is drunk, you think children will be teetotaler? In a society where everybody is smoking, children will be going to be non-smokers? Everybody is going crazy. Money, wealth, position, power, sex, flower, everything. Driving everybody crazy. Then you think children should be all sages. How? It doesn't work. And that is what Krishna says. From the very beginning, I gave it. Sakalena, mahata kalena, in long time, yoga nashta parandava. Yoga nashta means what? Not that yoga is finished. Yoga adrushtam gata, meaning it becomes invisible, as it is not available. Like, you can see the dilution. The same word they use, you are the Brahman, the Atman, but then what you should do to get it? Hold your nose, stand on your tail, or chant these, sing these, something like that. The tradition of teaching is completely forgotten. The words are used, but how the words are used? That to know myself, that to be myself, I cannot do anything. That the teaching is opening the eyes of the individual. Not giving a stick to the blind man, to depend upon the stick, but opening the eyes. Remember that imagery. Giving a practice to an individual is like giving a stick to the blind. The person is ignorant. You are giving him a practice. The person may feel comfortable, but you are making him dependent. To make him forget that he is dependent, you make thousands of people depend on same type of stuff. So thousands of people come together, it becomes a dependent on the group. A dependent on a practice is lost sight of because of your dependence on a group. A million people cannot do wrong, you know. Oh, I see. That is why the cult is created. So thousands of people believing the same thing. So whoever becomes the questioner, he becomes heretic, non-believer, rebellious. Whoever questions is not liked. Why? That is completely makes them uncomfortable. It's like trying to take away the stick of the blind. In tradition of teaching, this parampara, they open your eyes. Ajnana timirandhasya jnananjana salakaya chakshurunmilitam yena tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. How beautiful. To that Guru, my namaskar. Who? Ajnana timirandhasya jnananjaya salakaya chakshu unmilitam yena. Yena by whom? Chakshu unmilitam. This chakshu, which is blind by what? Ajnana timira andha. By the cataract of ignorance, this jnana chakshu, the eye of wisdom, as though is covered up. And this cataract is removed by the teacher, jnananjana salakaya, by the knowledge collyrium, the black collyrium of knowledge. This cataract of ignorance is removed. One who does it, to him namaskar. Shall you remove the cataract of ignorance or shall you give a stick? What is kindness? Pavam. Going in the darkness, I give him a stick. So, we have got huge organizations for providing stick to the poor people. It is like everybody is so compassionate about poor people. And what do? Keep their poverty going by giving him 10 rupees every day. So everybody is satisfied that he is doing something poor. Make him rich, where will be your satisfaction? You understand? It sounds a little sarcastic, but that's what the truth is. Because suppose the fellow becomes rich, if you make him rich, where shall you be giving your compassion? That is why make the people permanently suffering and miserable so that you can show off your compassion. If you are that compassionate, why don't you make one fellow as rich as you? If not as rich as you, make as much. See, you have got 10 children, you have got 10 billion, 1 billion you are giving to everybody. So give $500 million to one fellow, that fellow will be rich. Will you do that? No. If his poverty is gone, then whom shall you patronize? That is why religious organizations must see to it that the poverty is continued. Because if the poverty is not continued, saints will not be born. If the slums close down, poor people go away, where are the saints? There should be poverty in India and Africa for the saints to be born. You understand? For the missionaries to come and make themselves saintly. Nonsense. Ignorance is the disease, must be removed. And that it is given by knowledge absolute, nothing less, nothing more. But that is compromised in time. Why? Ayogya. Lesser and lesser people listen to this. Bright minds drop out. The same person does not grasp it. What Krishna gave exactly as it is to be given, that generation is not ready for that. That's why it goes away. Why does it go away? Okay, so that is how it is. So you can see today, forget other traditions, even in this Upanishadic tradition itself. In the Upanishadic tradition itself, what all confusion. Hinduism, there is no such name word Hindu in this tradition. It is not there. But what all varieties you can see, thousands and thousands of different schools. Somebody says you should do this, you should do that. You understand, this is like a vast river flowing. Ganges is coming. Think, Ganges is coming. Then bifurcation. Still the same river is going on. But in the process, pollution also begins. The same knowledge started, take that imagery, same knowledge started, the flow of Ganges. But in the process, so many pollutants have come in. Why? Individuals' personal likes and dislikes goes and interferes with the pure flow of knowledge. Suppose you are a smoker, you can't resist. Now you know you are the truth, but you can't resist smoking, so you shall tell everybody, oh, you can smoke and meditate also. That is another nonsense. Suppose you are a person who is very angry, oh, what is there? Durvasa also was angry. You can also anger, there is no problem. You are like that. Compromise, Galor. Suppose you don't understand the truth, what shall you say? It's very, very difficult. Nobody will understand about this truth. You think by 5 days you can listen to it, or by 1 month or 1 year you will get this? No. The rishis have contemplated for years and years, still they did not get it. That is not tradition. That is the tradition of torture and austerity. That is not tradition of knowledge. Are you perpetuating a tradition of austerity, tradition of austerity, denial, indulgence, or you want to perpetuate the tradition of knowledge? If you want to perpetuate the tradition of knowledge, let us not talk about anything. You want to continue a tradition of competitive suffering and competitive indulgence? Oh, you can do that, no problem. I can bury myself underground for 10 years, so what shall I do? Worship you? I can sit down like a stone for 5 days. So I should worship stone, because stone is lying there for 5 billion years. That is not the point. Point is, have you seen yourself? How many people are prepared for this? How many people are prepared to take that responsibility that I must know myself, that I must change myself? If you tell that language, people disappear. The person has no time, because when I am making my money, when I am drinking as much as I like, while smoking as much as I like, while doing whatever I like, can you give me some knowledge also? Yes, okay, then come. So as though the students are granting a favor to teacher. You want to be popular? Tell what people like to listen. Let's sing, let us dance, let us do this. Of course, 10,000 people will be singing and dancing there. Who will not like it? Come and use your brain. Oh, everybody drops out. How many people will use their brain? How many people can think? But understand, friends, you may enjoy being driven around, but when the driver drops out, you shall have the worst time of your life, and the driver shall drop out. The Guru you can hold on to, the fellow shall pass. But some people are lucky when the Guru passes before. I mean, you pass before Guru passes. So your delusion is intact. Understand? It's like a son, it's like a child, a son or daughter. Enjoys father's money, enjoys father's wealth, enjoys everything, then gets into an accident and dies. He never understands what life's problems are, because he is getting enough material from supported by the father, he enjoyed himself. He will never understand that if the father dies, what will happen? You will never understand. Same thing. Find out somebody where you shall outlive your teacher, so that you can be with the teacher for some time, and then you die away. It's teacher's problem, right? Understand? You do it for yourself. If Krishna has to do everything for Arjuna, why was he teaching? Just think. Why was he teaching? He could have told, you need not do anything, I'll touch you with a conch or with the peacock feather. Oof. Huh? I'll hug you, I'll touch you. No, 18 chapters. Allowing himself to be challenged by Krishna. He will do that now, Arjuna. Why does he do it? Because, read. Why are you doing that to me? Arjuna can ask. Compassion and perpetuity of this knowledge. Read. Saevayam maya tedye yoga prokta puratana bhakto sime sakha cheti rahasyam yetaduttamam saevayam maya tedye yoga prokta puratana bhakto sime sakha cheti rahasyam yetaduttamam. Bhagavan says, hey Krishna, hey Arjuna, Saiva yoga maya adya te proktaha. Saiva yoga, whatever I revealed in the beginning of the creation, to show you the ageless nature of this tradition, this knowledge, the truth. Truth is ageless, deathless, beginningless, endless. As much you are the truth, as much I am the truth. As much Krishna is the truth, that much Arjuna is the truth. Everybody, ageless, endless, beginningless, deathless reality. And when does the beginningless begin? Eternity. The endless shall never end, beginningless never begins. You are always the truth. That is why this knowledge becomes so beautiful. It is revealed, not produced. The teacher reveals the truth, doesn't produce the truth. As we have seen in the introductory classes, if it's produced in time, it will be lost in time. If it should not be lost, it should not be created. If it should not be created, it should be already existing. If it is already existing, you cannot do anything to produce it, because an attempt to produce it shall be the denial of its existence. That is why revelation, teacher reveals. To reveal, Shabda Pramana, that is a whole Shastra. In the beginning there is silence. Words are used to reveal it. In the beginning, the beginningless existence, awareness that you are. Words are used to reveal it. So the same words which are used by the teacher is used by the generations of teachers. Now the words are very powerful. Now what happens is, the person who is using the word must be one who should know it. Are you getting that? The Shastra is beautiful, but the Shastri goes wrong. If you know the Shastra, you are a Shastri. Understand the difference? One who knows the Shastra is a Shastri. One who knows himself is a Jnani. If you know one word, aham, the meaning of the word I, you are Jnani. You know yourself. One who knows all the scriptures, Shastri. Knows all the scriptures, very learned, very scholarly. But there is no fragrance in living. We have loads of information. And such people become very didactic, very painful, very rigid, becomes difficult to live with. Why? They have got a negative commentary for everything. And especially scholars with an individuality intact will be exact like devil quoting the scripture. Whatever convenient to them, they will take it. If anybody disagrees with them, they will put another logic. If somebody agrees with them, they will give another logic. You use the Shastra for your convenience, not for communication. If you use the scriptures for your convenience, you shall be a perfect devil. It's like devil quoting the scripture. If somebody says, I understand the truth, then you quote up with them, how can you say you understand the truth? The Shastra says, na manasa manute, manasa yan manasa na manute, that which cannot be seen by the mind, how can you say you have understood? Now you are a poor thing. True, I have not understood it. So feels very comfortable. Right? You should never know more than the scholar. That is the disease of the scholar. The disease of the scholar is nobody should ever know more than him. He is the last one. So until he puts you down, beats you down, he will go on talking. It's a sickness, absolute sickness. If somebody says, I am happy, why should you tell him he is unhappy? For what? Until the person himself gets knocked out. Therefore, the ignorant man suppose says, I am very happy. So can we say, no, you give him a guilt? No. Help him to understand. Okay, are you happy? Yes. If the person is available for discussion, are you happy? Yes. Why? Ordinary person immediately will come out with a reason. Any ordinary person will come out with a reason. Are you happy? Yes. Why? My son is, nicely placed, Swamiji. I got a good job. I've got little money in the bank. Then you say, is it real happiness? You tell me. If your happiness is dependent upon your son being well placed, you having a little money, you are having a good job, the day job is gone. Oh, you know what the average man will say? Why the job will go? He doesn't understand, one day it has to run away. Suppose your son is finished. Oh, how come so? Your bank balance is gone. The person cannot believe. Why should it go? But it can go. Yesterday it happened, just 2 days back. One of our students in Hong Kong, the girl was so nice, she was so sweet. She is in the London School of Economics, and a bright child, absolutely bright, and the granddaughter of one of the billionaires in Hong Kong, they say, Shalini. And during their marriage, she came and studied here and everything, never willing to marry, and anyway, so sweet. Very nice, found a boy, agreed to marry, so family was happy, everybody was happy. Of course, he was coming here, so I was involved with a bit with those things. The day she married, she told everybody, neither I nor my husband need any gift. Please give it to the school I like, our school, an orphanage school for the underprivileged children. Can you believe he got 26 lakhs, 2.6 million rupees gift. Gave it to the whole thing to the school. And we put up the school for their marriage anniversary and all that. And the school is still there and the building is still there and all that. 1-2 years after marriage, he got a child, very sweet baby. I could not go for that, but after 1 year almost, I went there to Hong Kong just to see the baby having a little program one day or something. And then I stayed there with them, baby, so nice. It's like a billionaire's toy, so sweet, everybody loved the baby. Day before yesterday, suddenly he takes ill, goes to the hospital, comes back, feels again uncomfortable, goes back, dies. 3-year-old. If any doctor has to be brought in, they can bring it, fly it down from America, Australia, any country. If suppose a new 5-star hospital to be put on to cure the child, they can do it. They have family which owns a holiday in hotels, what else can you expect them? But, where is the baby? You can be a prince born. One time or other, a situation comes in life which clearly reveals you, you just cannot control. Nothing. It's completely beyond your control. You see it for yourself. That is why you cannot take anybody's responsibility. If you say there is a cause for your happiness, what will happen? Secular world means how many causes is provided for your happiness? How good house you should have, good car you should have, good swimming pool you should have, good truck you should have, everything should have, everything well organized. Okay, by chance everything is not well organized, what happens? That is why when you come from an organized society to totally disorganized society, you are in trouble. You come from roads in Germany to roads in India, what happens? You come from the discipline of Singapore to total indiscipline of Indian bureaucracy. What happens? You are destroyed. Why? I'm not used to it. Why, you better be used to it. Same thing, here you go through total indiscipline, chaos to somebody's total organized thing. You feel uncomfortable. If I have to go there, why I have to go 10 kilometers then come? Why can't I jump the wall? True. Indians feel uncomfortable when they go to the organized side. Conditioning, please see. So if there are conditions for your happiness, can you be happy in life? You cannot be. So knowledge, jnana, uncompromising wisdom, a Shastri cannot provide. Especially with individual likes and dislikes, your teaching gets colored. If you have an individuality, your teaching shall be colored. This is Buddhist stuff, Hindu stuff, this stuff, that stuff, Jain stuff, this religious. No. Self-knowledge is not stuff of any religion. It is absolute. Yes, around which a whole system has come up. That is why Vedas, Upanishads. There is no word of Hindu. It's a beauty. That is Sanatana Dharma. Sanatanasya Ishwarasya Dharma. Sanatana. So beautiful. High time the world knows about it. Sadayava Nutana. Eternally fresh. The thing is based on the absolute truth, not on a person. The beauty of this tradition. You can remove any person in this tradition, still the truth stands. The truth is not a person. Not is a book. There is no authoritative book. There is no authoritative person. You are the authority on your being, yourself. How many people can take it? Mahata kalena yoga nashta. Even in the Hindu tradition itself, the Sanatana Hindu tradition itself, how many people are giving this knowledge, wisdom as it is? Everybody has his own tricks. And tricks have overtaken the truth. Your practices are more important than the truth itself because you don't know the truth. So hold on to the practices. I must do this, I must do that. Okay, who says not to do? Continue to do it. Why? Keeps you from mischief, away from mischief. Because if you don't do that little bit nonsense, you will be destroying everybody. Therefore, you better get stuck on that. So nice, thank you. Just think of it. Being yourself. You won't understand the importance of it until you really see the truth of it. Hey Arjuna, same thing, Maya, that yoga, prokta, puratana, whatever I had told, same yoga I gave it to you. Why did you give it to me? Bhakto sime sakha cheti rahasya vedadutam. What an attitude of Guru Krishna. I gave this knowledge to you because not only you are my friend, but also my devotee. Not only my devotee, my friend. Bhaktosi sakhacha. The best attitude of a teacher. Accepting the other person equal, sakha. Why? As much I am the truth, that much the other person is truth. To a friend, you cannot cheat. Only trouble with this friendly attitude is, when you consider the ignorant as your friendly, the ignorant man will continue to ignorant man will continue his ignorance because he already accepted. And he will never be a bhakta. He will never be somebody who shall appreciate. A bhakta means devotee. Devotee is right, that's not a bad word. Means one should appreciate the wisdom. You appreciate the wisdom, then be friendly. It's different. But if you are only friendly, you will not believe in the person. Why? Because, why is sneezing? Why is looking at that way? Why this? Because when you make somebody friendly, you give him the right. The moment you accept somebody as a friend, you naturally give him the right to do anything he likes or she likes. And the moment the person does it, because he enjoys the freedom without being free, he can be a freak. Totally freak out. That is why in Upanishad it comes, when a student going to the Gurukula, the father gives him specific instruction. Asmin kule, in our dynasty, in our generation, in our family, Brahmavit bhavati, Brahmabandhuna bhavati. Nobody becomes a friend of a wise man. Everybody is a wise man. So don't be friendly with a wise man. Brahmabandhuna bhavati, Brahmavit bhavati. Brahmavit becomes the knower of the wise man, he becomes the knower of the truth, not Brahmabandhu. Familiar with the word or familiar with a wise man. Because if you are familiar with a wise person, what happens is, huge misunderstanding can take place. Because you are very friendly with a wise man, because not that you are friendly, in his wisdom he accepts everybody. When he accepts everybody, the ordinary person will already think that as though he is also enlightened. Why? Because no mistakes. The wise man will go out of the way, in a very natural way, to accept and live with everybody. It's like water. The wisdom is like water. Wherever it goes, it takes that shape. If it's a rectangle, it's a rectangular shape. If it's a triangle, it's a triangular shape. If it's a circle, it's a circular shape. That the water will take. The wise person, the person who is happy with himself, with every person he will be very comfortable. He knows exactly how to balance it. He knows exactly how to balance it. If another person is crazy, it's okay, don't worry about his craziness, all right, it will change. Suppose the person is smiling, laughing too much, it's okay, it's all right. Is it miserable? Why are you miserable? Don't. They never creates a crisis. So what happens? As a result, the ignorant person will think he is now very enlightened. Why? Because there is no mistake. Nobody points out his mistake. The wise man never points out the mistake. So the person thinks he is now flawless. The moment he leaves this protected surrounding, goes away, bang, bang. He will be beaten up thoroughly. Why? Because everybody shall point out the mistake. That is why when you go out from a protected atmosphere, then you discover that nobody respects you. Why? Because you really are not somebody. So being accepted by wise is different from you are accepting yourself. That is a shakha, that beautiful attitude. The attitude of this teacher must be this. Everybody is friendly with. But sometimes the friendliness of the teacher can be totally misunderstood. Totally misunderstood. Krishna was misunderstood, Rama was misunderstood. So what is a question of Krishna Anand, Ramanand? You know? Anybody will misunderstand. Suppose you are friendly, so you are friendly with everybody. So how many people will talk nonsense about, oh, you are very friendly with that man, you know. Nowadays even you can't be friendly with men also. Huh? Women, if you are friendly, of course the whole world will, they will have a full video, binocular and the telescope. Nowadays men also you can't be friendly. Oh, you know, the disciples go there night and they go massage and stay for 1-2 hours and they come. You don't know. Nowadays, you will be sick. Even boys you can't handle. Forget girls. I mean, it's so strange. It is so strange. Especially the sexuality works over time in people's head. And in an ashram surrounding it much more. Why? Because not much sexuality, things are not talked about. Everything hush-hush, Nobody talks about it. You don't go there and you don't watch pornography. If you are watching, you'll be watching in your, maybe in your computer. And then you know what to do about it. Delete the whole message, right? And nowadays, it's nonsense. Think of it. It happens. So it is working. Ooh, in the head. It's working. So everything is exaggerated. In a sensitive place, everything is exaggerated. Little anger becomes exaggerated. In a society, suppose somebody is angry, nobody bothers. In ashram, somebody is angry. Huh? In ashram, how can you be angry? In a society, some people in an open air, man runs away with a woman, 100 things happen. Natural, normal. Suppose in ashram, somebody looks at somebody, why? No, you are, all your things on. Every antenna is up. Suppose you get a chance to do it, of course everything is cool. If you get a chance to do it, oh yes, here everything is fine. Very open ashram. Nobody accepts, everybody accepts everything. Why? Because you are doing it. If you don't get a chance to do it, you can see these so-called free gurus, absolute freaks, who gave the freedom to do everybody to do everything. I don't want to tell the name of the person. Why? As long as he was crazy, he was doing everything nonsense, everybody can do everything nonsense. When he became old, he could not do anything, now suddenly everywhere rigid. Nobody can do anything. Why? He will be uncomfortable. Everybody is having fun except him. So, total rigidity. It's like as long as you are eating sweet, everybody must eat sweet. When you are now high sugar, so no sweet on anybody. What? So because you are diabetic, so children also should be deprived of sugar. But that is the sickness people have. Understand? It's a very, very, you don't understand if you really grasp it, what beauty. The attitude of the teacher, bhaktosime sakha chedi, friendly with everybody. That is why you can be friendly with a 5-year-old to 50-year-old. 5-year-old to 90-year-old. Everybody friendly with it. Why? Same truth, absolute. Everybody will be accepting. But it can be misunderstood. Watch out. Your friendliness can be totally misunderstood. The test of it is, get out of the shadow of a wise man. Then you will know. Just get out of the shadow of a wise man. Run away to yourself. Go away to the world and see how much you are accepted. Or else you shall be living in an illusion of wisdom, which in fact is not yours. Society, this whole atmosphere is beautiful. Why? Because somebody is beautiful. Everything is controlled. Everything is nice. It's like an Indian man talking about, coming back from America. Oh, in our society, he thinks he's an American now. Americans say, we have done so much. We have done this, wonderful things. So roads, this, that and everything. Other day, 15, 20 years back, I met one person who was looking down upon everything Indian. He said, oh, this is religion, this. I said, oh, I see. So religion is responsible for the, prosperity of American countries. It is science, nothing to do with religion. You remove science, there will be nothing will happen here. And if you think you have contributed to the progress of the American society, something wrong with you. Why? If you are that capable, do it in India. If you have done it, go back and do it in India. No, you can't do it. Why? No infrastructure. Right. So, when infrastructure is provided, you are a good nut, good bolt. You are not a creator. If you are a creator, you shall create it anywhere. You are a good nut. You are a good bolt. System is well placed. And you are a good nut, good bolt. Why? Because if you are not good bolt, you will be kicked out also, because system is so strong. So you are forced to be a good knot. Here you cannot. Even if you are a good knot, the system will destroy you. So what shall you do? So don't take the credit. Same thing also. In wisdom, there is an infrastructure. Person is happy with himself, happy with everybody. Around also, there will be happiness everywhere. Everybody accepting every person as it is. Beautiful. Because you are connecting to the Absolute. So in the presence of a wise person is a different thing altogether. Get out of the shadow of it, then you will know what a trouble it is. So, Bhaktosime, hey Arjuna, I give you this knowledge because not only you are my admirer, like a Bhakta, that's why Bhagavan should have a Bhakta. God should have a devotee. Guru, Shishya. Guru, no Bhakta. Because Krishna is Bhagavan. Arjuna, Bhakta. Guru has a Shishya. Understand? Guru should not have a devotee. I have devotees. This is a bad language has gone into the religion now. So devotees of many gurus. What a waste of time. No. No guru should have devotee. Guru has Shishya, a disciple. Of course friendly. Everybody friendly. That is whether it is a boy disciple or a girl disciple. Man disciple or woman disciple. Child. So you will discriminate. Huh? Woman disciple, stand on the tree. Boy disciple, stand here. Not in today's. Now this is also trouble, as I told you. It's a headache. It's not a man and woman. Are you teaching a body or are you teaching a mind? Come on, think. Are you teaching the body or teaching the mind? Body can be far away, the person will be learning. Why? Attitude is beautiful. The body can be very near, you shall be far away from truth. Your attitude is wrong. But then what do you say? Oh, near. You don't worry about it. You understand for yourself. So Guru, Shishya. I say Guru, Shishya, Parambara. It's not Bhagavan, Bhakta, Parambara. Bhagavan, Bhakta is one. Only one. God is alone existing. So even when both the teacher and the student are worshipping God. Beautiful. Teacher never considers himself a God. A God comes as a teacher, can consider himself God. Nothing wrong. But no teacher should consider himself God. Never. Are you getting that? I'll give you the logic for it. With that we shall stop. We shall see more in the evening, where the Arjuna, Krishna and Arjuna asked Arjuna asked that question. We'll see in the afternoon. See how it is. I've been sometimes to Kathmandu. There was a student, a person there, he said, Swamiji, how did you like Kathmandu? I said, oh, beautiful place. So come next time with your devotees. I said, I have no devotees. Listen, I have no devotees. Yeah, what are you talking, Swami? What are so many devotees you have? I said, no, I'm not pulling your legs. Simple thing, not trying to show off either. I am no devotees because I am student. Please see, God, Bhagavan, Bhakta. God has the devotee. Teacher has a guru, has a shishya. Teacher has a student, not a devotee. Why do you say so? I said, all right. If I have money, I am everybody's uncle. When I have no money, nobody calls me uncle. So whom are you calling uncle? Money or me? If your money is there, you are everybody's uncle. Money is gone, nobody is devoted to you. So whose devotee they are? Your devotee or money is devotee? Money is devotee. You are in powerful position. Everybody is devoted to you. Your position is gone, nobody recognizes you. So are they devotee of you or the position? Position. Very good. I said, when you come here, because I am talking about the truth, absolute, God, you are coming here. Suppose I change it to movies, prostitution, drugs, all these things. Will you be here? No. So, are you coming to the truth or coming to me? Are you coming to God or coming to me? You are coming to God through me. Are you getting that point? So whose devotee you are? As much I am a devotee of God, that much you are devotee of God. Only difference is, maybe I am aware of it, you don't know it. If I am aware of it, should I be proud? No. Why? I was not aware. Where I was, there you are. And where I am, there will be if you are interested. So what is the difference? How can you play God? That is the attitude of the teacher. But the student must be very watchful. Because he is accepted as a friend, Sakha, therefore, do anything, say anything. No, it doesn't work. In case that type of wailing takes place, the person will not understand. That is why sometimes you knock out. Throw the fellows out. Why? Because that is why the person knows the difficulty. Sometimes their own mind, this takes time. Sometimes their own mind will take them away. Because poison gets into your head. When poison gets into your head, you can't stay. You have to disappear. Because it goes on killing you. You disappear. Once you disappear, then you say, oh boy, it's not really right thing. All right, return. And when he returns, the teacher doesn't say, so did I not tell you? That happens. That type of things always takes place. Faith, no faith, faith, no faith, faith, no faith, acceptance, rejection, acceptance, rejection. The person comes back. Until the person understands himself. Once he understands himself, admiration is natural. You gain that right to be friendly. Why? Because you are as wonderful as the other person is. Therefore, Krishna beautifully says, hey Arjuna, I give you this knowledge because Bhakto Sime Sakha Cheti. Not only you are my friend, but also not only my devotee, not only as my, Bhagavan can say that word, Bhakta, but also friend. Bhagavan can accept as a friend. He is like a rich man. You can't say, I know the rich man. If the rich man says he knows you, that is something. Teacher, if the wise man says he is friend of yours, that's some meaning. You say he is friendly, it means nothing. Because acceptance is on his side, not on your side. Are you getting that? You can't be with a powerful person, if president, can you say, I know him? Everybody will say what? Nuts. He knows president. When the president says, I know him, everybody is stunned. Understand? So that is where the power, this is where comes the beauty. Knowledge, where the teacher is in the Krishna, so beautiful, gracious, that you are my friend, also devotee. Therefore, I am giving it to you. So the knowledge flows. Now Arjuna asks the question. With sheer respect as well as love. Friendly question, friendly banter. Whom are you trying to talk nonsense? He is now a friendly banter. We shall see in the, read the question. Arjuna vache aparam bhavato janma param janma vivasvatah kathametad vijaniyam Tomado proktavaniti. Arjuna says, to whom are you trying to cheat? You are born, my time, contemporary. And Vivaswan, they all begin long, long ago. You are just born along with me. And you say, you told them, you taught them, are you trying to cheat me or what? Whom are you talking nonsense? See how beautiful. Not that I say so, take it. There is no authoritativeness here, no authoritarian religion. I say, therefore, infallible, accept it or dead. You can question the God, question the scripture, question everything, as long as you learn to question yourself. You can't just take the freedom of questioning the Guru and questioning the scripture, questioning God and questioning scripture, questioning yourself. The moment you question the Guru and the scripture, they will turn the table right on you. Begin with yourself. Come on. And that is the time the fellow feels uncomfortable. Because ego is questioning somebody is so much empowering. When you question others, it gives you moral authority. Oh, why that person is doing wrong? Look at yourself. Why that person is getting angry? Look at yourself. Whether a person is talking nonsense, look at yourself. He's eating 4 idlis, look at yourself. You know. Never the person learns to look at himself. Why? It is so empowering. Are you getting that? It is so elusive, illusory. You know, it is sometimes almost heady like a wine. Because you are questioning everything. That is why when a person is prevented from questioning somebody or something, he feels so angry. Start with questioning yourself. Your life will be fantastic. We'll see in the afternoon. Close your eyes, please. Please begin with yourself. Look at yourself again and again.